inside once again. Hey, good evening, good evening. I'm pull on this headphone thing here a little bit. Big cable sticking out by my neck there. What kind of mad thing is that? Right, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Very pleasant good afternoon. I'm gonna fix this headphone, this kind of. Right. Hey, everybody, once again, we inside, red. This is the place where we talk about things, where we deal with issues, we raise matters, and we kind of trash things out and all kind of stuff. You know, it's all about education, inspiration, and motivation right here on Red. And this evening, we have a very, very, very interesting program. I have some lovely ladies in the house with me, but before we get there, you know, we do it once. You like what we're doing, you like what we're saying, you like how things going on Red, you're getting some kind of value, then please like, subscribe, share, big up the thing, click the little bell so you know when we go live, and we just have a nice time and everybody just eating nice and just have a nice session going on here, right? Let me just load this volume a little bit because I don't want to make sure them ladies can hear me well. So before I bring them on, I had to mute them because the last time I did this, while I bigging up the man I talk about, the man off camera started to talk and carry on all kind of conversation, all kind of thing. I say, Lord, Father, I couldn't surprise you. I want to give the man a nice surprise. Launch out. You know, the man spoiled the surprise. Anyhow. So this is what it is about, ladies and gentlemen. We have some big things coming up on Red in the next few weeks. I'm going to let you all know about those plans. Remember I told you some weeks ago that we're looking to shift the time. So very soon we will be shifting from 5 p.m. on a Tuesday. I won't tell you which day yet, but we're going to be on a totally different day altogether, totally different time slot and everything, and some other developments, but all in due. I'm just excited. I can't share everything yet, but I just want to let you know that I'm excited because of things that are going to happen. Right, so let me introduce these nice ladies that we have in the house. By the way, my name is Eric Alvarez. In case you didn't know, I'm the host of this lovely program called Red. And today I am being joined by the hosts, plural hosts of another lovely show that I have personally have been taking in and have been getting value from, you know, because listen, I am local, I am all about local. In case you didn't know, listen to how I talk, watch my antics, all my hand movements, you know I'm just about local. So these ladies have been putting together an extremely powerful and informative, locally produced show. I should post have some kind of hand clap thing when I press a button, noise and all kind of thing, because these ladies have been doing a fantastic job. And they have graciously decided to be my special guests. These hosts are now my guests on Reds this evening. So let me introduce to you, ladies and gentlemen, Mel Kojo on the left, Mel Kojo, and Melina. I know why that chopping thing just happened there.
Rachel.
Yeah, Rachel. Oh, good, me boy. Rachel Cowie Clark. So Mel Kojo is on my left. Well, on the screen left, which is my right, your
Screen
left.
left. Yeah.
On screen left, my right, your left. And Rachel Cowie Clark.
It happens.
Yeah, boy, this reflection thing, right? And Rachel Cowie Clark is on my right, my left, your right, my left, your right, right? So, yeah, so those ladies, yeah, nice people. And we have a third member. There's a third member to the group who unfortunately could not be here this evening. But Melina, let me take this billboard thing off. Not the billboard. Right. So Melina De Silva is the third lady in this team. We would really like to have all three of them, but I understand, and you'll understand why it was a challenge to get Melina here this evening. And it is actually a privilege to have Mel and Rachel here, because these ladies, they was business people. You understand? They may just housewife, sit down home, minding children. They're doing that plus running business.
Yep.
Serious business. Right? So let me just come back to the people thing. Yeah, they're doing all that crazy thing, plus they're running big business. So Mel is a television producer slash this slash that slash writer slash all kind of. She's a radio personality hosting on a thing, and Mel is a media professional. Let's put it that way. To sum it up, to kind of put everything in a. Mel is a media professional. She is a wife, she is a mother, and she is very good at all roles. All. She very good. Yeah, yeah, big hand clap. See us, yeah, big hand clap, big hand clap. She's very good. So Mel, say hello to the people.
Hey guys, hello, Eric. Thank you so much for this opportunity to be here with you guys on Red. I mean, we do follow you, we do share and encourage others. This is just an honor for the entire team, and of course for me. Hey, Eric, I'm on your show. So thank you so much, guys. Hope that we can definitely have a good time. I know that we're gonna have a good time, Eric. Yeah, 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 yeah. Melina, we miss you. Let me put that plug in.
Yes. Eric, you're muted.
Yeah, boy. I just always do
Yeah,
that
yeah.
stupidness.
We, we,
Yeah.
we see it, we see it.
Yeah, boy. Oh God. Mel do rub it in like sandpaper. There, boy. Just, yeah, Melina, jump in the chat. Let me, drop a little note thing on your phone. You're washing it, whatever in class. Drop in, thief a little thing under the desk and drop a little note so we know you're inside now. Right? And on the other side, I don't get my orientation correct. On the other side,
Stage right. Stage
yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah. You see his performance. People we have it together. Some people in the arts and all that kind of thing. Um, Rachel is again another businesswoman, serious
Yeah.
businesswoman. She and her husband runs a business called Anything Honey. Well, I don't know. If it was me, listen. I'd be playing around those words. Wake up in the morning. Do you need anything, honey?
Anything,
You know,
honey?
Yes, we do.
yeah, just have a nice time. Yeah, but they have a thriving business called Anything, and we're gonna get some more information on that. So Anything, honey. Rachel is also, let me see if I have this right, a worship leader in
Yes.
her church. She's a musician. Again a mother. And not mother.
To
Who is the
be,
mother?
to
Oh, it's
be, to
Melina.
be.
Melina.
Oh, it's Melina. You see what I mean? Yeah, boy. So Melina is the
Talking
mother.
about the trend that ain't shoppers yet.
Ay, ay,
Yeah,
ay.
yeah, 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 yeah.
You see how church people just talk faith thing now. You know what I'm saying? Chilling.
Hey,
Yes. But from all reports, from all indications, because I do follow all three of them to some degree, IG, etc., and I see what they're doing. And like Mel, very professional, very proficient in her roles, that she performs. So, Rachel, say hello to the people.
Hi guys, thanks for having us this evening. We hope that you would enjoy the time that you spend with us. We look forward to it. It's going to be open forum. We're going to talk about us. We're going to talk about you, and I mean, we hope that we can answer the questions that come our way. Ask us about anything, honey. Ask us about business. We are quite open
we're
from the
open.
evening show. We are happy to be here.
Nice
Shout out to
one.
Melina as well. She would have
Yeah.
been, really love to be a part of this.
Yeah, I leave the night pass and she ain't drop and do. We go have. I feel might have
That's a
some
problem.
words. Yeah, that could be
Afterwards.
that could be a little issue there. All right, so let me get on to business. So how are you girls doing? I mean, generally, COVID, lockdown scenario, thing tight, pressure all around, people bawling, crying, thing. But how are you doing? Who want to jump in? Anybody
Well,
just jump in? Yeah.
I could jump in. I could jump in. I one of the things that Melissa knows and Melina knows is I am not a head chef in my home, and I would cook. But COVID had
Hey,
sent. I
listen.
felt like I
She
was
started off with the
sentenced
truth, you
to
know.
the
She
kitchen.
started off with one side of the truth.
But that's what we are about here on Red. We open it like that.
Yeah, hear me that. I tell my mother up to recently, I say, Mother, in my probably 15 years working as a professional, I decided when I studied that I was going to hire somebody to cook and I'm going to support the local industry. Somebody needs to cook. The rest of us always have to eat. When we cook, we cook. When we buy food, we buy food. I believe in the balance. But COVID took that balance away from me. I had to cook. But it's all good. That was the hardest thing for me, hardest
any
adjustment.
any complaints from the
Nah,
recipients?
nah.
Not well,
My
good, good.
husband
Well,
said he
you
ready
passed the
fine
test.
print. No, no, no.
The disclaimer.
Yeah. No, I have a darling husband,
Yeah.
and we cook. We share the chores around the house. We never had a fixed you have to do this, you have to do that. I mean, it was harder on my side sometimes because
Yeah.
coming from a home where you have certain roles in your head, you get married and you think that's the same thing going to happen in your house. But yeah, we burst that bubble quite early.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. We similar. We don't have that kind of lockdown scenario. When I
Mhm.
feel like it, which is based on timing, whatever, I could just jump in the
Yeah,
kitchen and pull something. Or my
Yeah,
wife might
yeah.
certain things I like. I personally like to cook that she like to cook, eat from me, all that kind of
Mm-hmm.
drama. But
Yeah, yeah.
generally, she handles that, and I cool. I tell her she have one of the best husbands where that is concerned. Maybe not other things.
Yeah.
I just saying. But at least where that is concerned, she could cook what she want.
right. And
Me,
you're
me
fine.
and I good. Babe, what to eat? What to cook this morning? What you want to eat?
Yeah.
Whatever you want to eat, I good. Yeah, that's it.
That's a
Yeah.
good, that's a
No,
good
And
quality.
then she
That's a
happy,
great quality.
and she happy, and you happy.
yeah, I cool. Once you good, I good. Me no fussing, no
Exactly.
worry. I just have two things I don't eat: tomatoes and curry.
But you
I
don't be
can agree with it
Corelli.
for Riley.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Now, no, serious. I have a thing with tomatoes. I will vomit
For real.
if I eat tomatoes.
Mm,
Okay.
Serious. Yeah, serious.
I
It,
don't
it,
wow.
think
it that
Corelli
bad with
would be
me.
as much.
Yeah.
Known to the
You
Riley.
understand? So once them
Yeah.
two things not in the pot, you
You're
fix
good.
yourself. And I comfortable,
Nice.
no complaints. So Mel, how things going with you? How things
Yeah,
going with
yeah, yeah, yeah. For me, things have been, uh, personally, it has been good for me in terms of, I've been sharing with folks on the radio as well. It's like you got a moment to slow down and now prioritize differently. So that has been my new thing. I even made a switch in terms of my field of study. I don't want to share it as yet, all
you?
right? So
Okay,
forgive me.
sure. No problem, no problem. No problem, no
Right?
problem.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's just I'm getting to spend more time with my daughter. Um, she's home. She's being homeschooled. Thanks so much to my mother-in-law, who was a teacher as well. She's retired now, but she still does classes for those doing SEA. It's SEA now, right? Not
Yeah,
TXC anymore,
I see.
right? But I have her to hold on that function for me.
Okay.
Thank God, because if it was up to me, I'm not too sure how much or how far she would have gotten with
Yeah,
mommy
boy.
doing the
Ooh,
teaching.
not that
All
serious.
right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I
Yeah.
think
That homeschool
people think
support.
yeah, that homeschool. I think people think you have a lot of time now, so you can do anything. But for me, it feels as though uh, I'm doing less, but my time is
Yeah.
still booked and full. Yeah, but
Mhm.
with things that
Mm-hmm.
I choose to prioritize to get done. So that's really it for me. When it comes to the home as well, my husband isn't very picky at all.
Yeah.
He like it's really bad. I mean, I think sometimes I'm like, just tell me now because I don't know either. So give me an idea. I just want a
Yeah.
direction. But he
Yeah.
cooks as well. He cooks as well. He helps out. He cooks as well. And if we don't want to cook, then we simply just order in. I'm a little spoiled where I have uh, my in-laws to lean on or my
Yeah.
aunt and uncle that I grew up with. So if I decide, hey, I don't feel like cooking this weekend, they're like, but we always have food. Why you don't cook? Why you don't cook?
I don't want them thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
boy.
I know
I mean,
about
I'm
that
just
as well.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So I'm
Yeah, yeah,
definitely
yeah,
asking for that. But this period, I remember when COVID started. Well, when not when it started, but when we were on our official close down here. Um, Eric, if you know me, I really don't watch television at all.
Oh gosh.
Like people will think it's your field, so obviously, but
Yeah, boy.
I don't.
I same thing.
Right. I decided I was going to. I wanted to be part of conversations that people would have about binge watching. So I did it just to say I've done it. I literally sat down and I forced myself.
Yeah.
Notice the words I'm using.
Mhm,
Forced
mhm,
myself
mhm,
to be
mhm.
committed to a series. I
Wow.
forced myself. I'm like, I will
Did
complete
you
this
get through
series.
to the end?
Yes.
That short series.
It was bad. I literally like for the first week, I
Mhm.
would have watched like an entire. If it was a short season, I watched the season in a day or two. It was repeat
Okay,
nonstop,
okay, okay.
nonstop. It was like I was cramming for this exam just to say that. Oh yeah, I watched this series the other day. It was really
Yeah.
just to be part of the intro because I feel so out sometimes when everybody's like, "You see this series?" I've never been committed to a series. Hi, Josie, and my sister. You don't know
Yeah.
my pain,
Yeah.
but I did it. I did
I
it.
don't have that commit. I can't commit to a series either. Um, I'm proud to say that I have never watched an
He's
entire
proud.
series of anything.
Yeah.
I'm not a TV person either. I'll watch a show every now and then, and I'll hop on, hop off. My husband will watch series throughout. So like
Hmm.
Yeah.
3 episodes long, I'll be like, "Wait a man, what happened?" So I'll be the wife that is harassing him throughout the show. It's
Oh
To
like,
Lord.
find out.
"Oh, Lord, you have to
Now
watch the 2 episodes before."
I little different. But in my case, I cut cable about 15 years now.
All right.
I do everything online. So
Yeah.
we have different chat websites and stuff we go to thing. But
Yeah.
what I do is download it because I don't have the time to sit down and watch it there. So I will download
Right.
it. I had it on my flash drive on an external. So as I go about and as I move, sometimes on a job and I killing time, slapping that and I taking an episode and but to stay home, lockdown,
Yeah.
doing nothing, sit down in front of that TV for them hours watching.
It's a commitment, you know.
Yeah, no,
Whew.
serious. Yeah, boy.
It is.
I
It is. It is.
me everybody.
I the last thing I looked at on TV on Netflix thing was a documentary on
Mm-hmm.
Anne Frank. Okay.
Wait, yeah,
I
Ah.
just
okay, yeah,
because
yeah.
I was like had a lot of work going on, and I was like, you know what, I need
Yeah.
a timeout, and I found something that could have spoke to me and kept my attention for
Yeah,
that
I spend
time.
more
Right.
time on YouTube.
Yeah.
Same here.
YouTube,
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
kind of.
Yeah.
listening to music, listening to a few clips
Yep.
of what's happening around the world. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Serious
Yeah.
thing.
yeah,
So talking about what happening around the world. Let's get back to what happening here. Let me talk a little bit
Sure.
about here
Sure.
first.
Sure.
Anything, honey.
yes.
Tell us. Tell. I want to know about anything, honey, because every now and then, and you might very well be getting a client right here because every now and then my wife is a singer. She sings. Well, let
Okay.
me say it correct. Let me say it correct. She's not a singer because you know words, right? So if I say she's a
Yeah. Yeah.
singer, people are like, well, where can get she album and take no, but she
Yeah.
sings very good,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So every now and then she calls for a bottle of honey. Now the
Nice.
way I
Nice.
operate, now the way I operate, there's a little network thing happening here, right?
All of that in it.
So that's how I just drop it. So if people in my
Nice.
circles had the goods, hello, I come by you
Yeah.
first. That is how I just
And I will
operate.
find you.
Yeah. So tell me about anything because right now she's listening. So tell us about
Okay.
anything. Hi, Joella.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my husband actually has been into beekeeping for over 20 years, 20
Wow.
something years. He actually was like a junior beekeeper with his daddy growing up.
Okay.
Right? So he
Okay.
used to support him like that kind of thing. However, about when he became an adult, he got into IT and he used to do it as a hobby. However, he got fed up of the rat race, got fed up of the traffic in Trinidad and Tobago, and started to spend a lot more time doing beekeeping and made the transition to full time beekeeping probably about 10 years ago. But of course, with the 20 plus years experience, right?
Mm.
And we got married 8 years ago. So I met him transitioning as well, right? As a beekeeper, as well as into IT. So when we actually started to make it viable as a business, as in building the brand, anything honey, etc., that was only about 2 years ago, believe it or not,
Okay.
Mm.
right? And we do everything concerning honey. I've been
Sure.
to the bees. I don't go to the bees too often. The sun is really hot, and I'm pretty slow when in terms of the work that he has to get done. And I remember going to the apiary one time and shaking off bees off of a frame that I shouldn't have shaken off,
Oh Lord.
and got a
Mm.
serious buff.
Oh Lord.
And you realize you could support in different ways. So I said, okay, love, you'll be the honey, be the beekeeper, and I'll be the honey pusher. And we started to go online and build the brand and find customers to do who
Mm-hmm.
want to use honey. We actually do wax as well. There are a lot of entrepreneurs in
Okay.
Trinidad and Tobago that
Mm.
use filtered beeswax. You could use beeswax to do lip balms. You could use beeswax to do candles. You could use beeswax to do um, little like lotion bars. You could use beeswax
Right.
to do soaps and shampoos. It has a lot of things that you can use the beeswax itself as well for. And of course, we know when we have the cold in Trinidad and Tobago, it's honey and lime, honey and ginger, honey and anything, and you create your own concoctions.
Yeah.
And even now, for beauty purposes, you could use honey on your face, in terms
Yeah.
of doing a basic honey mask. And you could mix it with turmeric to brighten your skin. It has
Right.
a lot of uses. Even if a bee sting, you could put a little honey on this thing.
Honey on
And
it.
You serious?
oh yeah,
I did
oh yeah.
not know
I did
that.
not. You see how the
I
education
did
thing
not
come in?
know
I tell you,
that.
I learn it. I always learn something on red. I
And
didn't.
then
I never heard
even
about that. Serious.
yeah, yeah, you
Yeah.
put a little honey, a little honey. And but when you be stinging, of course, you have to get the stinger out as fast as
Mhm.
Right.
possible. Or
Mhm.
especially if you're allergic. All right. I am not allergic, but I swell. A couple of weeks
Mhm.
ago, I got a sting. Melly, remember?
Yes, I
And
do.
my foot, my poor foot couldn't take my slipper. It got swollen. Yeah, but
Wow.
it's part of the terrain. Every now and then we extract honey, so the
Yeah.
bees will find the
Yes,
honey, and
expect.
I just didn't see her on the ground, and I walked on her.
Wow.
Oh,
And she gave
Wow.
up her life because
Oh,
once they sting you, they die.
yeah. Yeah.
Right?
wow.
So we wholesale honey, we retail honey as well,
Mhm.
and we all about trying to stimulate the local market as well. So like even with young beekeepers that need mentoring and that type of thing, my husband is very much involved in the local beekeeping association,
Okay.
where you could
Right.
actually have them come to you or you teach them and share knowledge. They have the little groups and that type of thing to learn what's the best way to make beekeeping a viable source of income. I mean, the government is trying to reinforce agriculture, and I mean, beekeeping is something that young people can get involved in
Yeah.
and pursue as a career as well, right?
Okay.
So, and even in terms of swarms, like sometimes if we have what we call swarm season, when bees
Right.
swarm around your house, you can call beekeepers to have them removed in a safe way, right? Instead of spraying it down with buck or
Yeah.
some
That
kind
would
of
have been me.
Trying
That
to
would have
kill
been
it.
me. Yeah.
no, no, no. Swarm removal is something that we offer as well,
And I
and
think, Rachel, when you got this thing, you were telling me you saw the bee and you wanted to save the bee's life.
yes, I was like, okay, I saw her, and I called her, right? I saw her. I was like, okay, lady, so we have room for one lady up inside of here. I'm the only queen bee. I watch you, I leave you. And same girl come back and sting me. It's a cycle of life.
Oh my gosh.
Should
Yes,
not tell
but
she nothing.
you understand?
Yeah, yeah,
I
So
should have just take the flies, kill
yeah,
her.
yes, done that story. So where you all located, Rachel?
Right. Well, we are in Trinity, but our
Okay.
apiaries are San Grande, Blanchishes, Tobago,
All right.
to name a few. Yeah. But we
When I said
do island-wide deliveries.
when you say Twin City from home or you all have
Yeah, no,
a
no, no. We
store?
operate from home, but
Okay. Okay.
yeah, we do deliveries.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah. hmm So
wow.
That's
I
I mean, I
definitely
learned a
could
lot
talk
interesting
about
on and
thing.
bees
on
That is.
about,
today.
and of course, one of the other things that I have ventured into is tokens, like for anniversaries, for
Right.
weddings, and for
Okay.
offices when you have like your little events and you want to give a memorabilia or something. I'll do customized tokens for you as well.
Okay.
A little honey, dress them up and
Mhm.
say, please be mine, or thank you for being here, or be
Uh,
mine forever, that type of thing. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
nice. Interesting. 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 Yeah. Anything on babes? You listen.
Mhm.
Babes. All right. I hope she listening. All right. So.
And of course, when it's honey season, you have honeycomb as well. I mean, we could talk about
Oh
honey
yes.
Hey,
for a
talk.
long time.
I heard. Well, I hear about this honey chewing honeycomb and all kind of thing. What?
Yes,
I want
yeah.
to know what is the benefit of that?
Okay.
What do you
So
get from
when,
that? Of course, apart from just sucking out the honey, but is there
yeah.
something different, something specific you get?
hmm
Yeah.
So what you get from it, you see, generally when the bees store honey and honey alone, you'll get the substance from within their bodies, which is the enzymes or the minerals, etc. from it, right? But when we actually give you the honeycomb, we could get pollen as well. We could also get sometimes propolis. Sometimes you could get any
Pause.
other.
Pause. Was that
Yeah,
second
this
name
word.
propolis? It's,
Yes.
what is that?
How to
Education
describe
again. What is that?
propolis? To describe propolis as that is something they used to build in the hive itself. It's something
Okay, okay,
made by the bee itself,
okay,
right?
okay. But it has health
I'll have
benefits.
to get yes, I'll have to get
Okay,
the
okay.
beekeeper in the home to describe that.
No problem. No, I just want to get a general sense because I never heard the term.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah. All right, all right. Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Sorry. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you get pollen, you get propolis, you get the honey, of course. And I have had friends that tell me that they use it for asthma. I don't have
Right.
asthma, but they have told me that they use it for their children when they have asthmatic attacks, etc. The benefits, the properties of honey actually help them.
Okay.
I don't know.
I somebody a friend of mine who also
Hmm.
is into bees
Hmm.
introduced me to the bee pollen,
Right.
Yes.
and was I can't remember how much, but anyhow, mix like take like a teaspoon of pollen, put a little bit of honey to it, and mix it up,
Hmm.
and he called that he said they call that bee bread.
Bee bread. Yeah, bee bread.
Hey, Mel, if you haven't
Oh,
tried that, no, I kid
it's
you
good.
not. I kid you not. I mean, it has a little kind of weirdish taste. Of course, it had the honey in it,
Right.
so that kind of. But I remember taking that a morning, and I pumping whole day, just going
Wow.
like my energy levels
Hmm.
just up. I said, wait, man,
Mhm.
and I compared to days before when I didn't, when I wasn't using it,
Hmm.
and I
Right.
realized the times that wait, boy, this thing real good,
Yes.
bee bread.
Yes.
I said, what?
Yes.
Yeah.
And believe you me, that we have a recent post on Bee Pollen on our page as well,
Uh,
and talking about how the bees go about collecting it. All right, so you can check that out as well. The fact
definitely will.
the
Definitely.
bees actually mix that into their body as well, and they put that into there, add a little enzymes into it, and
Yeah.
Right. I saw your post. I think I saw that post. I
yeah,
saw that post.
yeah,
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 yeah, yeah.
I will look
Yeah.
and
at
we
that.
have a post on how is honey made as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll definitely check that out. Let me jump across. Let me jump across on the. I'll get my orientation right. Next side. All right. Mel.
It happened.
Mrs. Kujo. Mel
Yes,
Kujo.
sir. Yes,
Mel,
sir.
um, as I say, I just sum it up in one thing. You are a media professional, but before we go there, I want to drop something here. I don't know how
Hmm.
many people know
Hmm.
this one,
Oh Lord.
but ladies and gentlemen, this is the Mel that I knew for years.
Me too.
You understand? Yeah, this is
Me too.
so. Actually, I personally was surprised when I heard Mel was producing for us. I won't, how do you really name calling thing, but
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah,
station down in
yeah.
Woodbrook side. There was this online station. I heard Mel was producing, and she produced for other TV stations. She
Yeah,
had a sports
yeah.
thing, and I said, "What? Little drummer Mel? Yeah, this
Hmm.
little drummer Mel. Yes,
You know, I'm
you
glad
remember
you
this?
mentioned. Yeah, yeah, I do. The funny thing is,
Hmm.
I think it was about, I can't remember, probably about 10 years ago. I think I reached out to you, Eric,
Mm-hmm.
via Facebook. Was it
Uh,
Facebook, boy? Could have been. It would have been Facebook. I
yeah, but
think
don't buff me
Facebook.
too hard now. You're on
No,
TV.
you're gonna get a book. You're gonna get a book.
Alright,
You're gonna get a book. I reached out,
yeah,
and it's because the funny thing is I knew you, as a musician as well,
yeah, yeah, true.
right? So I think it was through my friend Demar. I think you were doing some work with him, and I said, "Wait, Eric is into producing and stuff." And he said, "Yeah."
Yeah.
So there I was reaching out to Eric, because I just started learning a thing or two, and it was simply just to, I'm sure you don't even remember,
Nah,
but it was
honestly, I
simply
don't.
just
Yeah.
to be in the field and get some more training and that kind
Okay,
of thing.
okay.
Well, Eric never responded.
Oh man.
We take off my camera. There.
And I said,
Ooh,
oh, but now I understand because it's like,
yeah.
this is drama girl. So what is she telling me?
Oh boy, that boy. Nah, nah, nah.
It's
It
fine.
wasn't like that. It wasn't like
It's
that.
fine. It's fine. It's fine. I still love music. I do beats
Yeah.
as well.
Okay.
But yeah. But this all started with just me. Um, I think Was it well, I did a few media courses. Let's just start right there. So I did a few
Mm-hmm.
courses. You name them from.
Yeah.
I knew you may have asked this, so I was trying to do the research to remember the names because it's been so long. From IBC to Cheryl Villaron. I'm not sure if you're
Yeah.
familiar with those folks.
I remember when it
Um,
was with Stephen Lee Paul with the retraining program,
yeah. So
MSTT.
I
Yeah.
yes. So I literally did like a lot of training, a
Yeah.
lot of training. However, I at that time I did not apply to be anywhere, nor
Okay.
was it was just something. It was more of a passion more than anything else. I was like, I really love these things. The minute an opportunity comes up where I can learn more, I am definitely going to be a part of it. And
Yeah.
then I think it was James Saunders. James started a program um, with we sports at that time,
Mm-hmm.
and they were looking for a producer. And I simply, I said, this is new to me.
Yeah.
I don't know much. And then he connected me with Peter. And then I started doing some live, you name the sporting event, we've done it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I started off training, but in between the training, before I actually started producing anything, they actually had me. Peter looked at me and he said, "Hey, you ever do a show?" And I'm like, "No, I mean, I train in here." And
Yeah.
then I started doing live. This is my first anything. I started doing a live TV. What was it, boy? Uh, LTS. Let's Talk Sports
Mm.
from 10 to 11 every
Yes.
single day. And
Okay.
who live was pressure boy. Oh God.
Yeah, yeah. No, it is.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Life
yeah.
is
But it was
challenging.
good. The
But I love
throughout
life
was a good
actually.
challenge. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, the throughout was definitely a good challenge for me.
Mm.
So I guess I generally do the same and throughout people, right, Rachel, Melina? But
Yes.
it was a good challenge, and I
Yeah.
would have done a lot of stuff. Just folks calling me to be a part of. Hey, come produce this. Hey, come do this. And I also wanted to do radio, and I started doing internet radio, actually, online internet radio, and that was
Right.
with Booth and
And
Charmaine.
Shaman had
Yeah, past
KDTL,
life.
Yeah.
Yes,
KDTL at
Yeah.
the
yes,
time.
yes,
Well,
yes.
actually, that is where I found out you were
Mm,
producing, and after that
right.
is when I found out about the other things that you did before
Yeah,
TV and all that kind of stuff. Some
yeah.
conversation I was having with Bert, and your name come up. I say, "Who Mel?" He said, "Melissa Rampasa, the Bill Drummer girl." Mel produce. I say, "What?"
Good. I come a homemade name, boy.
That's how long you know you.
That's I know Mel. I know Mel. No start of the thing. Mel used to drum for Michelle Modest at one time. You
Yeah,
That's
know,
where
yeah.
I know Mel from.
right? You understand? So I mean, he has some history. He has some history.
I do. I mean, and
Um.
even the drumming that was just an experience in itself. Because
Mhm.
we played for Michelle, and then other folks had asked at that time. Um, I guess they were seeing something because I was like, still winning. I seen the big drummers out there,
Yeah, yeah.
and the David Richards and these
Oh
folks. It's
yes.
like, whew,
Hey, David does.
David on the next level. I actually did some training with him, in the
Mhm.
beginning, because I was living in Trinity at that time, and he was living in
Yeah,
Trinity, and I got the opportunity, and that's I did a music course as well, a few courses at Costard.
yeah.
Um, Drums was the major, and I was under Killer. Y'all know.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Hmm.
anybody that come on from under Killer.
Yeah, boy.
You know
Yeah.
something, right? And
Yeah.
I mean that was good because it took us so many places. For TD Jakes, I remember when TD Jakes was down here, they would they had it. The stage was in such a way that you had to play until the other musicians come in, type
Mhm.
of thing. And
Yeah.
he already came up on the stage a little earlier than he was supposed to, and he was doing it. Get ready, get ready, get
Yeah.
ready.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he was on the drum still. That was like my big thing.
You just thinking, get ready, get off, get off.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh God.
I'm like, where's the drummer? Where's the drummer?
Yeah. Well, as you mentioned, David, I just kind of digress to this as you
Sure,
mentioned,
sure.
David. Um, 'cause as you mentioned, I'm a musician myself.
Hmm.
No flam. But one of the things that I'm trying to find the right words to use.
Okay. Yeah, sure, sure. I thought you were gonna
Um,
cry with me
oh, no,
then.
no, 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 no. One of the things I just kind of seriously dislike. Um, just do enough as a musician. Just do what you need
Mm.
to do. There's some
Mhm.
people that's just you know you're good. You know you're good. You have
Mhm.
the skills, but
Mhm.
you just like
Mhm.
you want everybody to know at every point how skillful
Yeah.
you are.
Yeah.
And I always remember a statement from my
Mm-hmm.
boy Earl Phillip: "Less is more.
Ooh.
Less is
Oh,
more."
Eric,
But David,
Rachel is a keyboardist. Did I
I
mention
know,
that?
I know,
Okay, good,
I
good, good.
know. You understand?
Oh, you can talk music
Right,
and you can
exactly.
do it all right
Yeah.
Yeah,
now.
and I kind of
Yeah.
between because I do a little drums and a little keyboard too, so I kind of inside. No,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
why things that has real just tripped me off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
you can
Why?
have a moment of silence.
Oh gosh, why you getting on so just? Well, of course, in the drumming world, Mel will know this too. We call it being in the pocket,
Yeah.
right? As a drummer,
Right.
you just hold the basic groove tight.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
That is
You know
not.
who taught me that?
Uh,
And he taught me that with just his words.
who's that?
Andre, bass Andre.
He's a
You
Swiss
Andre
know,
Jack.
artist.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Andre probably don't even know it was him.
Well,
But I remember we had a gig a day, and I was still a
Mm-hmm.
pretty young drummer, and he was on the bass obviously, and he's like,
yeah,
"Man,
Doing his thing.
what are you doing now?
yeah,
You gotta find the pocket. You gotta find the pocket." And
yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
no, and that changed my
Mm-hmm.
thinking. I was
yeah,
like,
Yeah.
yeah, that groove
Mm-hmm.
in that pocket so important.
yeah.
I,
Andre,
I, I,
go ahead,
mhm.
Rachel. Sorry, you go ahead.
No, I was saying I learned it from a worship DVD that I bought online. I can't remember the name of the musicians. So they were
Hmm.
talking about playing together as a worship band, and they
Hmm.
said about listening to each other.
Yeah,
And
Yeah,
even if that was the note you were supposed to play, leave it.
exactly, exactly,
Leave it. Move on.
exactly.
Move on. And like my sister plays bass, right? So
hmm,
she would be like, okay, if you playing this song on the keyboard, don't play solo, right? So
Yeah,
I need to hear myself.
yeah.
Go up, go
hmm,
up an octave.
And
I know
after,
some
yeah,
little things like that. Little things make a
yeah.
difference.
yeah,
David and Andre are two of the young. I knew Andre when he literally now started.
yeah,
One
yeah.
of
Mm-hmm.
Andre's first major gigs was
Mm-hmm.
Stephen John's first album. He was the bass player
Yeah.
when Stephen John launched it live at his church
Mm-hmm.
in Aruka,
Mhm.
and I did the song for them for that. And Andre, real little nashy boy, making little mistake and thing. But what I admired with Andre since then was the level of commitment.
Yeah,
He knew he didn't have everything correct, but he holding it. He
yeah,
holding it tight. He ain't skinning up his face and thing,
yeah.
and and he committed and consistent.
Hmm.
And I
And
love his humility.
yeah, I have
Oh yeah,
seen.
oh yeah.
I do jazz artists on the greens. Been doing that for about 8 years. We do the video, and
Mm-hmm.
Andre for the last 5 years or so, and
Mhm.
almost every jazz artist, Andre playing with somebody.
And yeah,
Yeah.
And I had the opportunity to hear other musicians, other senior bass players and senior musicians compliment Andre
yeah.
on his technique and that same thing, how he holds the pocket and all that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And Andre with just a nice little smile, would just shake his head and
Yes.
some people go, well, yeah, well, I mean, he's the
Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah.
No, it ain't had that. And that's one of the things I like with him and David in particular. I have had the opportunity to work with David too. And I have seen David's skill level,
Hmm.
but put David in the space, David could hold the groove,
Hmm.
and that's just he just
Mm-hmm.
doing what is needed. Others will just to
Yeah.
show how how fast the hand could move or what. No.
It's a
Mm-hmm.
simple
Yeah.
thing.
So you had a good teacher. I just say all that to say you had a good teacher. So if you took anything from David, maybe that's what I see in you with
Right.
your directing and your producing, because
Oh.
Mel and I work together. Rachel, of course, you would have known to some
Mm-hmm.
degree. We
Yeah.
also work in the video field, and she's one of the first persons I would call when
Yeah.
it comes to producing or directing, because she does just what is enough. She doesn't overdo. She's well balanced in the way she structures a show and
She
event.
puts her whole heart into it.
You know, so I tell her everything. She just good with everything, and it just Yeah. So Mel, tell us what are some of your, I don't want to use the word claim to fame, but from your perspective, what are some of your most memorable productions that you would have worked on in any field, any genre, any
Right,
category?
right, right, right,
Yeah.
right, right. Um,
I should say some of your most defining,
yeah,
those
yeah,
that would
yeah,
have established Mel as, you know,
right.
yeah.
So my husband and I are always having conversations about me, uh, not realizing how good something was.
Mm.
And it's not even even me trying to be too humble or anything. It's really just who I am. I do it. I do it to the best of my ability. I give my heart, and it's on to the next project.
Yeah.
And I know sometimes I need to take that moment to step back and be like, "Whoa, this was some good stuff.
Yeah.
Let me move on." I would always look at, if I have to pinpoint, I can look at the program that we did with Wii Sports.
Uh-huh.
I think at that time I was the first female with a full live sports program on national TV. Yeah, yeah. I mean, no, somebody made mention to it years after, and they're like, there's no other female who had an hour-long
Yeah.
sports show happening." But in the moment, it was just me enjoying it,
Yes,
doing it
yes,
because
yes, yes,
yeah.
yes.
So I didn't see it as a, a great thing. Um, Definitely, I know I'm coming a little forward for the World Cup
Mm-hmm.
situation, and me being on television for the World Cup thing, that's not what was supposed to happen. I was actually supposed to produce,
Yeah.
and things didn't go a particular direction, and I pulled back. And then someone that was part of the team said, "Hey, you could talk sports, right? Because you usually do that." Because then I was working with another station where I was also doing a live sports broadcasting on radio. And I said, "Yeah, this is what I do every day, literally." And that's how I
Okay.
ended up on the World Cup panel. I was
See?
handling.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, bigger, bigger, bigger work. She bad
I
like
was
that.
like, I know her. I know her. I
Yeah,
think,
yeah. I don't think I knew how big that was for folks because I mean, till this day, if I haven't seen you since then, people are like, "Hey, I saw you, girl." I was telling my
Mm-hmm.
friends I know you, and I was like, how much? 2 years ago now? You still remembering that?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think that was a big thing. I was got compliments every day. And of course, we have the Trinis who said, that's why I think it was Argentina got kicked out because she was doing this
Mm-hmm.
sport. I take it all with a smile. I take it all with a smile. No, it's fine.
Yeah.
And
All right.
it was a great opportunity as well. Um, so that would have been my TV stuff. Definitely everything that I do on air, radio wise, I enjoy it. I do it because I enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, as a producer, people don't see you, you know?
Yeah. True.
So
True.
they have no idea who's doing the production.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we've worked on some of the Soca Monarch stuff. We've worked on so many projects
Yeah.
um, with you as well. We've done so much. So I think for me, the big productions that give me an opportunity to be creative and allow me to not just this is what we want. Fine, I get that, and I respect that in its space.
Yeah.
But the ones that allow me, I'm going to say this, Eric, the ones that have the most possibility of mistakes or issues, I love those.
Yeah. No, true, true, true.
Yeah, they give me that, I have to troubleshoot. Now I have to
Yeah.
find a way to make it happen. And I do enjoy those. I do enjoy those.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
One of
For
one of
me,
my lecturers from West Extension says we don't call it problems, we call it improvement opportunities.
I love that. I
That's it.
love that.
Because every time
Improvement.
it's an opportunity for you to improve. That see it as
Yeah,
that and
I
move
love
forward.
that. I love that.
Yeah,
And of
yeah,
course, I
yeah.
can't forget the evening show. I mean,
Of
um,
course. Oh, well, I
who
come into
knew?
that, you know. Yeah,
All right, okay.
I just kind
I'll
of building a
allow you.
base. I come into that, you know.
I'll allow
I just
you.
want to get to know you, ladies.
Yes, yes,
You
yes.
understand?
That's fine.
So I'll jump
That's
across by Rachel a little bit again. So Rachel, how long? No, don't give me just say if it's more than 3 years, because I only respect ladies and the age thing, you know. So I don't want to add. Okay, if it's 5 plus X, I mean, right. So just say if it's more than 3 years. How long you been playing music?
Yeah, more than 3 years.
Right.
I got there.
Because 3 years is a good base. You know, you're basically, if you're committed, after 3 years, you know, you're fairly good. You could handle your business. So if it's
Yeah.
more than 3 years, you know, with the same level of commitment and stuff, well, nice. We inside.
Yeah.
You have any recordings under your belt? You know, haven't worked with anybody live in studio, anything? I just ask. I don't
Well,
know.
probably.
You want to know the answer? I was waiting on the answer.
Well, actually, it's actually like 10 years ago, actually, or 11 now. I
Yeah.
did a Christmas CD
Okay.
where a full recording because I sing as well,
Mm-hmm.
um, with one original song that I did, "The King Is Here," and then well a whole lot of other Christmas songs. I had
Yeah.
fun doing that, but
Yeah.
my sisters did backup for me. But they are shy backups, and they said they will never do a live recording. They would never, they ain't going to perform nowhere live. So make sure and get your song tracks.
Yeah.
So I mean, I enjoy doing it. I mean, I haven't spent much time and energy into sort of doing performances. That
Mm-hmm.
year when I did it, we did a few radio interviews, that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, everybody's like, "Where's your next album?"
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You
But I
plan on
just
doing the
haven't.
next one? You plan on doing the next one?
um,
Okay.
I have a lot I write a lot, so I have a lot that's written and stuff like that. It's just a matter of prioritizing,
Yeah.
for want of a better word.
Understand.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I got me a nice new keyboard to do my own thing home, so and could produce it all together.
What
Yeah,
keyboard
yeah,
you have? What keyboard you have?
yeah.
What?
MOX, MOXF 88. Yeah, Yamaha. Yeah.
No, I'll be honest with you, I'm not a big personally I'm not a big fan of Yamaha. Yeah.
Why?
But no, but they're good stuff. Yamaha
Yeah.
made Yamaha has some historical stuff under the belt.
Yeah.
When you start from the
Yeah,
old DX7 and thing coming down the line, they have
yeah, yeah,
some
yeah,
the motif and um
yeah,
you know they have some good things on it. I just personally love Korg and Roland. I don't know, maybe ease of operation. I just kind of grew with it. Maybe I don't know, but
I had one
yeah.
call before,
Hmm.
and the call was a lemon because like it didn't last long. And after that, I just went back to Yamaha.
Eh,
It literally, yeah, yeah, yeah. It probably in church
we
in a storage room somewhere.
oh lad.
Oh.
Yeah, it didn't last long
Yeah,
at
our old
all.
JV90 to go and get fixed there. Have our XP10. That's Roland.
I think that call
Mm.
was a it was, I can't remember who it was.
Korg M1,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it was M
M1,
somebody.
yeah, M1 was one of the big brands at the time.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, just that. Yeah.
Alright, so you have a recording, you're a big musician. You record with, besides that, you work with anybody else? Like any other
Locally,
artists or, yeah.
like backups, not really, you know. Other
As a
than when we used to
keyboardist.
sing with.
As a keyboardist.
Oh, nah, 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 nah. I would sing like when we have like church stuff, I would
Yeah.
play with people, that kind of thing, but not for recording purposes, that kind of thing. No.
My
My
choice.
my huh?
By choice. By choice.
Well,
Yes,
I'm
I
not gonna
love
ask, yeah, if there's, yeah, okay.
yeah, by choice. Because other than this, I actually work full time as well. So
Yeah, of course, of course, of course.
yeah, and
Understand that.
I really enjoy music, huh? But
Oh,
believe you me,
yeah, yeah.
Yep.
I try.
I admire the folks that have time to do it full time.
No, it's a serious thing. Well, recently I found myself back into it because what we started doing, because of the whole COVID thing, what we
Mm-hmm.
started doing is going in church and recording. The
Mm-hmm.
singers, we record and I will come back and mix it down. So I will set up like a two camera and we multi-track it,
Nice.
and then I will
Yeah.
come back home, mix it down, and you
Right.
know, and yeah, we have a few that we did about 6 so far, and
Mm-hmm.
over time we're going to be building some more. So yeah, I guess
Okay.
have it there.
We
That's
have that.
awesome.
So
We considering something like that because we recently did an upgrade on our sound system.
right,
Right.
So we said we're gonna explore those options, even to do some recordings
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the
yeah,
studio.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
man. Make it happen, make it happen. So that kind of happen every now and then. Well, here's the thing: a lot of people don't know. This here that you seen here, red, all this drama, really started
Mhm.
as a music studio. That's where my whole technical thing start from. While I was in the police service, I started a studio at home. I produced a few people. I did an album for Gail Brown, um, Daryl, Anthony Dolan, Chrysalic.
Yeah.
Well, he and Ansel and us, we were in a band together. We did an album. I did an album from a guy, friend of mine who's passing in Antigua. Did two albums with him. Did some solos, some some singles with a number of different people and all that, some collaboration, all that kind of thing. But that's where it started off as a
Mm-hmm.
music studio. So every now and then, I will hear a piece of music, or I will pick up a vibe in a scenario, and a piece of music will come to my head, and I just
You
hear a
know that.
beat start to build, and I hear a bass line start to run, and I just get I want to run back in studio. Serious, I just get a bug now and then, but I just everything structured, I just don't have the
Yeah.
time. So I really had to
Mhm.
make up my mind if I really want to do that. So I fully
Right.
understand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy, but it's a nice feeling.
Yeah, 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 it is. It is. But the thing
yeah,
is with music, once you start, the time does go by so fast.
Oh
Huh?
yeah,
You
boy,
sit down,
I
you're
know.
playing, and you're listening. It's like, tutun, tutun, and you're like, but to
yeah.
me,
And
I
Mel,
just want
I
to.
know you didn't know this one, eh? But bass is my first instrument. Yeah. No, hear the thing, it's not my number one instrument,
Right, right,
but it's
right,
my
right, right, right.
first. That's where I started.
I thought keyboard. I
Nah,
really thought,
bass.
because I saw you on the piano,
Yeah,
and I'm like, Eric he has the touch.
yeah. Nah, bass. So,
Okay.
so what I've done, even though I go on the piano, I try to bring the bass influence. So if you listen to me play, I
Mm-hmm.
do a lot of work with my left hand
Mm-hmm.
to bring that body and that, If I play with a bassist, like Rachel said, yes, I play in the upper keys,
Yeah.
give the bass, put the bass man or woman their space,
Mm-hmm.
and I occupy the upper levels and, the upper
Mm-hmm.
registers, whatever. But me alone, I let go. I just
Yeah.
let it go. I just like that. So enough for me. Let me come back to earlier. All right. So let me talk evening show now. So we talk all that thing. We established. We know who is Mel. We know who is Rachel. Yeah, but I just think you remember. Yeah. Melina, I don't know if you listen. We are see it. Yeah. Come in. Yes. Rest are buff in your tail. Eh?
Let's see if she sent a message. Let's see if she sent a message just now.
Yeah,
If we
yeah.
have a
Check
good,
WhatsApp and thing.
yeah.
So while we doing that, let me come
Yeah.
into the evening show.
Yeah.
The evening show. The evening show starts now.
No.
Who's that voice? Who's that?
That's my
That's
husband,
the
Gail.
girl.
What? Sorry for
Yeah.
shout. Sorry for shout. Let me come.
Oh, it's fine.
Nah, don't come back. You serious?
And he never wants to do it, you know. He never.
Wait, I would have never guessed. Honestly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. A
Dale
lot of
has it.
people
Yeah.
message me and they're like, that's that guy from who does the voice at Queen's Hall. I'm like,
No, yeah,
no.
serious. Mr. Cujo.
That
Let me
talent.
let me go solo. Mr. Cujo. Big up to you, sir. You see that piece of work you do the evening? Nah, boy. Nah, the thing sound tight. It sound tight.
Yeah.
Dale did any background studies in broadcast or any kind of thing?
He has a wife
Yeah,
who's
yeah.
very particular about things.
Oh, okay.
He's
No,
a
boy,
student
listen.
out. Yeah, he's a
No,
student.
but
He's a
that's all
student
him.
of the
That's
craft.
all him. I
That
can't lie.
song so
Yeah, he's a
rich and
student of the camp.
seasoned. Like he's a
Yes, yes.
veteran put all that.
The thing is, he did this. I was not home when he did that, and he
Uh,
sent it to me, but I don't think I saw it. I think that's what he sent it to me, but I didn't get a chance. So when I got home, he said, "I have something for you.
yeah.
Tell me what you think." And I'm like
We,
listening, and I'm like, "Tell you what I think."
yeah. He there now? He there? He there
Use
now?
it.
He there?
He's in the other room with baby girl.
Shucks. You could, you can't, if we call him, he won't come out.
My phone literally just died. I wonder what's
Oh,
happened.
God.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, boy.
But I know he's watching, but he's there
Fine.
with her.
Yeah.
Yes,
Nah.
Rachel.
Nah, that honestly, since the first time I see it, I say, whoa,
Yeah, yeah,
that put a
yeah.
nice,
Oh,
you
his
know,
phone is here.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I saw you.
Yeah, nice start to the thing,
It
man.
did. It did. I thought it
Yeah.
was so, I don't know, perfect.
You know,
And it's
seriously,
not a bias.
yes.
I mean,
Mm-hmm,
from a
mm-hmm.
producer standpoint,
Yeah.
it is the perfect start.
Perfect, perfect,
That's
perfect,
it.
perfect. You taking work? You taking work? You taking work?
Yeah,
No, I.
of
You have to
course,
talk. You have to talk to his
of course,
agent.
Oh
of
yeah,
course.
sorry, Madam Manager.
You're talking to the right person.
Is he available for hire?
But the funny thing is,
Yeah,
well, I do voiceovers,
yeah,
and there was, I can't remember who we did that ad for. It was some time back. We had to do a male female, and he gave me a fight not to do it because he didn't like the whole. Yeah, yeah. And listen, we did it, and I thought it was so perfect,
yeah,
and they loved it. And I'm like, then they're like,
yeah,
okay, I see you got another professional.
yeah. Now he's one of them. You know, they have some people that just have something natural.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
when I heard, well, now that I know it's him, that's it. He just have it. He just have it.
yeah. He does, he does, he
Yeah,
does.
boy. See, woo,
I always that's what caught me, his voice.
yeah, ah, yeah,
He knows that. He knows that.
yeah. Our next conversation, we can go down there. Four stages. Four.
Bliss.
You know, I take notes. You know, I take notes. You know, I think I watch it. Right now, there's a particular couple I'm watching. Recently got married on Facebook, and prior to the actual wedding, the wedding was either yesterday or the day before. But for like a week, couple weeks, every day, just post with two of them, this thing, eating, working out, thing. When I heard the episode, immediately I said, all right, stage one.
Then bliss.
Bliss, stage one. Reality going in just now. Yeah, that's
How long
stage
are you
one.
married?
Person.
Yeah.
Eric, how
Yes.
long are you married?
This year, actually, what year are we in? 2020?
2020.
31 years this year.
Wow.
May 5th.
So you went through them cycles plenty times already. Then.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's really a cycling. No, it's really a cycling through.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
And let me, as I talk about that, let me, this couple that you all had,
Patrice?
Patrice
Oh,
and
yeah.
Howie
Yeah.
Coffee.
Huey,
And
yeah.
that Huey, I say Howie, Patrice and Huey. I think that was a perfect compliment between them and the Ibelames in
Yeah.
terms of what they shared. One of the lessons I learned, never forgot, that I actually learned through Huey and Patrice. My brother and his wife organized a little couples get together thing, and Patrice and Huey came to share some tips and do little games, and it was a whole thing about bonding, couples getting couples to open up and bond and share different things. And I kid you not, my daughter passed away about 4 years ago.
Wow. That
It
time
was
passed by.
it was about a year prior to that
Right.
this thing with Huey and they came up. It was the first time I heard this thing about love languages through them.
Okay.
Physical touch, words of affirmation. This first time I heard about that. Right? So something's coming back to whew, yeah boy. But Huey and Patrice, oh my god.
Yeah.
Down to earth.
Yeah, yeah.
When it comes
Very
when it comes to those things,
Yeah. Yeah.
but that was a whole eye-opening kind of scenario. I planned to have. I told Mel this, of course, but I
Yeah.
planned to have. I actually reached out to Patrice, didn't get a
Right.
response at the time, but I planned to have them on Red,
Right.
because that simple lesson did a lot for me,
Wow.
and it helped me to be able to deal even outside of a marriage scenario
Yeah.
with my relationship with my daughter, because I didn't even realize. But I don't know how much you know about the history, Mel. I don't go through all of it now. She suffered with endometriosis,
Yes.
but I didn't even realize there was a connection between her love language and what she was lacking, plain talk, which I wasn't delivering. Her love language is physical touch. I found out that after. But because of that lesson with Huey, and although they did it in a marital context,
Mm-hmm.
I
Mhm.
was now able to translate that and deal differently with my
Right.
Right.
daughter. And
Right. Yeah.
that actually helped with the physical condition that she was going through.
Wow.
I said, this thing amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And
That
I
sound
was,
like
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, go ahead, Rachel.
no, I said that sound like a lesson from Dr. Clark.
Boy, no, 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 serious. And here the thing is she ended up doing two operations for the thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Another friend of mine who passed away not too long ago, we sat in a conversation talking, and I was relating to him what was happening. And
Mhm.
he was the one who said, "Oh, your daughter love languages." I said,
Physical.
"Oh,"
Yeah.
and it's
Wow.
then all the things start to connect, and I said,
Mm-hmm.
"Jesus, and it just I break down. Serious, I break down,
Wow.
because it
Mhm.
was real messing me up. I couldn't understand
Yes.
why. And when I translated it and I started to relate to her with that in mind, and you start teaching her
Yes.
certain way, everything just changed.
Same.
The girl's physical ailment started to deplete, if I should use that term. She started to
Mm-hmm.
feel physically better. When she would be home,
Wow.
lying down, crying, can't go nowhere, ting. The girl started to get her energy, and I
Yeah.
said, wait. So I'd never
Yeah.
forget that lesson. That full lesson. So
Mm-hmm.
I had to
Yeah,
bring
no,
them
that
on. I had to
that
bring them on.
taught us that he
Yeah,
said that your emotions are
yeah.
tied to your well being, right? Like
Yes.
in
Way.
terms of
Yeah.
yeah, the impact you could see it in your blood almost
Yes.
immediately.
Yes.
Wow.
So
Wow.
you're surprised your blood is going to react. You're in fear,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Eh?
Mm-hmm,
Yes.
mm-hmm.
I don't watch over that episode. I didn't watch the whole thing. Nah, watch the whole thing. Yeah, I don't
Check
watch
it
it
out.
over. That's the slim, dark fella, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, the elderly gentleman. Yeah. I started to take his.
I think we
I
had
heard
him
him.
in episode 3 and 6. Yeah.
Yeah. What's the thing he said? Something loads the gun. What's
Oh,
that
Yes.
one?
um,
Genetics load the
genetic.
gun, but lifestyle
Pulls
pulls
the
the trigger.
trigger. Yeah, boy. I
Yeah.
said, good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, now all it let's ladies, all they do a real boss program there, you know.
Thank you.
Thank
The evening
you.
Thank
show.
you.
No, serious. All it that Trinidad
Yeah.
had to watch that whole thing again. Mel, we had to find some way to get that on the national
Pass out.
airwaves, some cable
Yeah.
station or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
nah,
then
serious.
I need to, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
boy, that some powerful episodes, boy. Yeah, I really
And I
take it
think,
in.
uh,
Dr. Haku and all them kind of
oh,
Yeah.
boy. Nah,
Yeah.
good stuff.
yeah.
Good stuff.
I think, Eric, for us, well, for me, the whole idea behind the show was to get. I mean, there's so much information out there. As I told you, I'm always on YouTube as well. And there's so much information out there, but I realize some of the information, of course, there's negative, there's positive to everything, right? And I
Yes.
realize like there
Yes.
seems to be like an imbalance, and some of the information is that is out there is misinformation as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
my whole take for this was that what I will do is get people who are this is their field, so it's not just Rachel and Melina and I
Correct.
giving our side of what we
Correct.
think
Correct.
something is, but
Yeah.
people who are professionals. And now, funny enough, the evening show is not the first project I wanted to start with.
Wow.
Yeah, the second project
Mhm.
that you guys will be seeing coming soon once you
Was supposed
subscribe
to be the
to the
first.
evening show.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be the first project.
We.
But
All right.
this really came heavily on my heart, and I mean everything just flowed. That's the easiest way
Mhm.
to put it. The lady said yes, which I was surprised about.
Yeah.
Right? And everything just flowed. But the idea behind it again was just to put the information out there. And then when I thought about that, at that time we had that issue, the Black Lives
Yeah.
Matter rose, if that's the best way to put it,
Mhm.
became more in your face. And locally, I know people were marching and protesting and that kind of thing as well. And I said,
Mhm.
there are young black
Mhm.
Trinbagonians. Well, I know we say Afro, or we don't really say
Yeah.
America more the black and white issue, but there are young, uh, let's use black, right? Trinbagonians like ourselves who are
Mhm.
doing really great stuff, but that's not what you're seeing in the forefront. That's not what's being
Yeah.
pushed for some reason. We're all supposed to be, forgive me here, I know this is the platform to say it, but they all expect us to be, bandits and uneducated and not wanted to be have a family and be committed and I don't
Mhm.
know, live a type of lifestyle that I just don't get because my
Yeah.
circle I don't see that. And I mean, that's a whole talk again, who you surround yourself with and that kind of
Mm-hmm.
thing, right? And that was the idea. And within that, I basically leave in a legacy, or I should say that basically leave in a
Oh, okay.
legacy,
Okay.
right? So then I said I would find folks who were 20s, 30s, who are doing great things as well out there, studying medicine, whatever, be it like versatile, he's into music, James
Mm-hmm.
is in the
Mm-hmm.
media. It didn't matter the field, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And when they all said yes, I was happy because that is really what I wanted to highlight as well within it. So I know folks were like, that took up like a whole 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause that's the baby, and that's to get it into your psyche. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
we have people doing stuff.
Yeah,
Young people as
yeah,
well. Young people right here in Trinidad and Tobago that are doing so much positive.
yeah, yeah.
But Eric, the media, what sells? So
Sadly, but true.
sadly, that's
Sad
what
but true.
sells. So
So we have
that's
a
what.
comment from Sophia Retta. Oh, who knows Sophia? I don't know who's Sophia.
No, but hi.
Hi, Sophia.
We didn't know her
um,
yet. Now we
so
know
she was
Sophia.
actually responding to what Rachel was talking about, the positive
Yeah,
emotions and positive actions.
yeah,
Yes, 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 yes,
very
yes.
true.
Thanks for that comment,
Yeah. Thanks, Sophia.
Sophia. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, boy. So evening show, boy. Evening show.
Yeah.
Um, but I know you're all on a break now.
Yes, we
Yes.
are.
How much episodes you all did? 15,
11 on the
12,
11th.
11?
11.
On the 11th.
And on the 11th.
Ah,
Yep.
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
what was some of the challenges you guys faced?
Please. Um, I would say some of the challenges would have been. Let me start with the simple challenges. Just the internet on the whole, right?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
simple,
There's a
simple.
challenge all over Trinidad, but
I
that
mean,
next
yeah,
story.
yeah. So that was a thing. And
Yeah.
when we finally found the perfect platform that we wanted to use, um, I would say it really wasn't so. It was kind of smooth in a Rachel. I mean, you could
Mhm.
agree. Challenges would have just been. I think everybody
Yes.
would have had put their own put their own. I don't want to say pressure, but put their own demands or uh, on themselves. Um, what you want, how you want it, because it was a new group of people. Now I know them. I've known them for years. So this is why. I mean, I don't want to say this is why, but I want to say that they literally those were the voices when the show came about. Those were the names that I heard in my head, right? And I decided, okay, let me ask them. Of course, I thought I was going to get a no from them both, and it was almost like an immediate yes. And I'm like,
Yeah.
really? Okay, I did not see this coming.
Yeah.
The challenges really were not many. They saw themselves as very green. Notice my wording. They
Mhm.
saw themselves as
Mhm.
very
Mhm.
green.
Ah, yeah.
But I have been around them. They can talk. They give wisdom. They I've
Yeah.
been around them for years, and I remember I was telling Patrice. The good thing about it is that they have been consistently who they are or improving since I've known them. And so that for me felt like something I would want to have
Mhm.
obviously around me. And that would be the folks that I would want to, because that's what the show is about,
Yeah.
improvement of becoming the best versions of ourselves. How
Yeah.
can we do that? We
Mhm.
need
Mhm.
information, we need tools. If you don't know, then you really can't do better. But
Mhm.
when you do know now, that's just the challenge for you to now improve and to do better and take the information um, to then become better. But back to your question with the challenges, I guess it would have just been each one of us individually put in what's the word to use for Rachel? I don't know. Something on ourselves saying, this is where we want to be.
Priority.
This is what we want
Yeah,
to do.
Okay.
because I want to say that, the core in terms of three of us, one of the things that we have is commitment. All right. And
Yeah.
once we said yes, at all costs, we'll make it happen.
Yeah.
If Mel knew that when Melina and I said yes, we will do it,
Mhm.
she didn't know how we were going to do it, but she
Right.
just
Right.
knew that they said yes.
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
So then,
Hmm.
even like when we had challenges along the way by terms of scheduling, or we had a guest
Yeah.
that couldn't make it or that kind of thing, he's like, okay, cool, what are we going to do? It wasn't like,
Yeah,
okay, done. We didn't throw our hands
Mm-hmm.
up in the air.
yeah,
We had
yeah,
a long haul. There's a team, we have a
Yeah.
vision, we have a plan, and we're running with it. And I
yeah,
think it's really important to know that you have that type of people around you and
yeah, yeah.
committed to growth, committed, having that growth
Mhm,
mindset. And I think among ourselves as women, we have that. The woman
mhm,
you
mhm.
see today is not the same woman you saw 2 months ago,
Yep,
right? I've learned, I've grown, and and we are all committed to that.
yeah.
I like.
I think what may have been a challenge would have been, as
Mm-hmm.
Rachel kind of highlighted it, there would have been when the days for recording, because we all have such
Mm-hmm.
crazy schedules.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
then we didn't make that a challenge. We all,
Yeah.
if it meant, okay, today I would now pull back with this, fine. Or, okay, we meet this day, which means I have limited time to edit. But because we've all made sacrifices to make it happen, it really wasn't a burden on anyone to give
Yeah.
that to. Hmm.
Something Rachel just said. I tend to pick up little things, eh? So she said, "We have a team.
Yeah.
We have a vision."
Yes.
She didn't say Mel have a vision and we supporting her.
Yes. Yes.
So that says
Yes.
something to me, eh? She said, "We
Hmm.
have a
Hmm.
vision."
Hmm.
Right? So it
Hmm.
may have been
And
birthed in Mel, but
yeah.
then everybody tied to it now. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And I
you are
mean,
part of
Melina
the
is
yeah,
team.
here, and she would preach the very same thing. She preach the
Yeah,
same.
well, I'm
Mhm.
waiting to get she little buff sometime later, but that's alright.
because
No problem.
the
But I
fact is
understand. I understand. Yeah,
we are all busy, and if it
yeah,
is that
yeah,
we
Yeah.
choose how we spend our time,
yeah,
right? So it had to be worth it and aligned to where we see ourselves in the
Yeah.
future in terms of
yeah.
could this really contribute? Yeah.
Yeah. You all know each other long between three of you.
No, I know.
Yes.
Melissa is the glue.
I am the
I
glue.
know Melissa.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Yeah. They met on my wedding day, but
Uh-huh.
it was just a brief
yeah.
high and by.
All right.
Yeah, because she was doing. So that's the funny thing. I was saving Melena's number on my phone when we met back for evening show, and I was like, Melena, the silver makeup. I had her saved already on my
Yeah, yeah,
phone
yeah.
from
Melina
the
was
wedding.
my makeup and hair
Yeah,
person, my beauty,
Yeah,
beauty, yeah, for my wedding.
yeah,
I've known Melina for a few years well, and Rachel, I've, I,
yeah,
I'm a Rollo, I'm a Rollo.
yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
That's a maiden name, I
Yes,
did. That's a maiden name,
yes,
All right. I
yes. My
wish he
maiden.
was. I wish he was here though because I wanted to ask some questions. But,
yeah, yeah,
see that whole
yeah.
makeup thing and
You can have her by herself for this. I'll tell her make her
Yeah,
commit
no,
to
no,
this.
because there's a business. Yeah, Rachel too. Like, we talk some honey thing. Like talk entrepreneurship and all of that. Because
Yeah,
I did have a
yep,
whole series on that. I plan to do a second run. We did 10 episodes.
mm-hmm.
nice.
Endeavoring entrepreneurs. So we're gonna get
Yes,
a
I remember that.
next group of entrepreneurs and do a. But my whole thing is, as I said, education, inspiration, motivation, and I'm all about pushing local content and local businesses.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, I know
Yeah,
if they go,
because actually looking at a few of your episodes, I went following those people after what as well. I
yeah,
was like,
yeah,
oh
serious,
yes,
yeah,
yeah, some really good
you understand?
businesses out there,
Yeah,
and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Trinidad is an easy place to make money.
it is.
When you compare how hard it is to set up shop like in European
Listen,
continents, etc.,
Yep.
it
Yes. Yeah.
Trinidadians just lazy. I just keep saying that.
Yeah. It is.
The
It is
kind of
what it is.
opportunities we have, we just lazy.
you
We
could go
want hand
price
out
mat and buy a case of water, and you're making
easy,
that over
easy,
three,
easy.
four
We just
times.
like
Exactly.
handout.
Exactly.
We like too much a handout, babe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Government in doing this and the government in doing that. What are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
oh, don't start with that.
That
Don't,
has
don't
always
start with.
been it.
That
No, we
might
could
peeve.
go
Don't
there.
start it.
We could go there. Yeah.
No, well, that means we had to do a part two. You see, well, let's start the thing. We have to do a part two. No, but that's a serious thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Make
the
a sandwich.
50 years, while you're
Exactly.
complaining about what the government ain't doing, you go complain for the next
Mm-hmm.
50
Exactly.
years.
Yep.
You
Yep.
go get up
Yep.
and do
Yep.
something there.
Yep. Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
stopping you?
Not a thing.
Choices.
Not a
Yeah,
thing.
Choices.
boy. Oh gosh, it
That
is.
is true.
That is
Mm-hmm.
just.
You choose to sit down and complain.
Well, let's start with
Yep.
that. It's already. No, but I might think, right? I have
It,
some episodes to deal with some stuff. For that. I have Errol Fabian coming
I
out
tell you.
one of these
Oh,
I
days,
tell
nice.
you.
so we're gonna talk
That'll
about
be
these
nice.
things. Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
Yeah. I'll
was
be
gonna
really
say
nice.
I just call it the Moses complex. What do you have in your hands?
Thank you very
You,
much.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
I have a particular, I wouldn't call names, I have a particular chat group I'm in, and almost every day, all kind of different complaints, government thing, historical, where people going far back as hundreds of years and thing, all kind of thing. I say, okay, no problem. Now that you know all of this and I have it, what are you prepared to do
Yeah.
for
Exactly.
Yeah.
yourself, for your
Yes.
Exactly.
family, and
Yeah.
for the generation to come? What are you prepared to do?
Mm-hmm.
I said, that complain. You ain't doing nothing.
Mhm.
Do
Yeah.
something now.
Oh, you ain't have enough money. The government
Yeah.
taxing you too
Yes.
much. The rent too high. The this. Okay. All right. You have a five finger tree in your yard. You ever make juice and try to
Thank
sell
you
it?
very much.
Nope. Nope.
You
Thank
ever
you
put up
very
a stand and
much.
say, all right, you're going to sell the five fingers just so?
Mhm.
Think
Mhm.
about it,
Listen,
not how.
there's a young guy I plan to have on the show. I don't know if you all know him, Arvin Isaac. Nalri's Photo Planet.
Mhm.
See, now look at it. Nalri's Photo Planet.
Nice.
Um,
Okay.
yeah, one of the better photography services in the country. Top
Right.
class, top class. But here's what he did. He has a son by the name of um, Samali.
Mm-hmm.
Samali, Sabali. Sorry, Sabali.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So he opened a barber shop in the son's name,
Mm-hmm.
Sabali's Cuts. He has a daughter, little girl. Here what he do? He makes soccer bag, create a label under the daughter. His daughter is actually, his name is Nalria, so Photo Planet. That's his.
Mm-hmm.
But he created a soccer bag business, and the daughter is now selling soccer bag in primary school.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
From
Exactly.
small,
That's
from
how
small. You understand? Them entrepreneurs from small.
I
Mhm.
can give you I can
Mhm.
give you a joke about that.
Eh,
When we were children, my father tried to get us into business as well because his mother used to be in the market selling and that kind of thing. So
Right.
he said, "All right, let me teach you all a little entrepreneurship."
hmm,
He used to buy us lollies and flavorite lollies, and we resell it because my brother is a barber.
ah.
When we started to get the money in our hand, we started to eat all the profit and he said, all right, he gave us a blind like the first time and he reinvest. And
Yeah.
then when we continue to eat all the profit,
He said that.
now when we get
Are they ready yet?
no, we wasn't
Not
ready.
yet.
We wasn't
Not yet.
ready
Not
yet.
yet. Yeah.
When we get bigger.
No, but you see,
Mm.
fella, people like that, I could literally rock back, shake my head and admire.
Yeah.
This,
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you setting up your generation to come.
Yeah.
You ain't
And I
complaining.
think
Yes.
that's what we miss sometimes. We don't study.
Yeah.
We just study that, okay, we didn't get, and we
Yeah.
just provide for the next generation to come.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now they go through the same thing you have to go through. I
Yeah.
always see that
Exactly.
and question, to me as a mother, I want my daughter to succeed me. I want her to do better than me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
then the onus is not on the government to provide for
Exactly.
her. The onus is for me now to provide,
Yeah.
to put savings in place. Little things like that.
Yeah.
Because, we like to look at different ethnic groups and say, this is what they're doing. You see them?
Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
all right, you're looking at it. If it's working, do you not then have
Do
an
it.
example or pattern that you could do as well?
Yeah.
So for me, these are the things,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
yeah,
My
just
son,
starting.
well, I have some years under my belt, in terms of music.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not in the skill level of a lot of people recognize out there. And I mean, I say it for what it is. I don't have that skill set. Put me in the same, to play after. I remember going to concerts, and when I hear certain people play, I tell fellas, me ain't going up there now. After that, now I can't go up on that stage after that. After hearing that, you want me? Nah, to go and do what? To bring back down the whole concert? No, 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 no. No, I tell you, I had place, and I tell it, I say, let me do a play. It don't make
Yeah.
sense
Wow.
because we here to support a big thing. So it's not just about us. Yeah, we want to
Mm-hmm.
be known and we like it, but at the same time, if what we're going to do now is going to
Not gonna
bring the
happen.
whole thing down, best we don't do it. Let the show go. And I've gone through that and cancel performance because them fellas rocking. So
Mm-hmm.
I have some years under my belt thing.
Yeah.
My son, he's in his final year doing the music degree in UE. Man, I
Nice.
supporting that 100%. For the find money where to find it to pay tuition
Make it
costs, all
happen.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
And what I'm impressed about, he's not wasting it.
Right.
He's serious about it. He's he right now he's learning online. He's even teaching people online.
Nice.
Prior to COVID, he had sessions where he would go all in town, Belmore, and teach people. You know, and if you hear the boy, if you hear the boy sing,
I've
oh
heard him.
gosh, yeah, boy, Mel. If you hear him, no,
I know. Oh
oh
my.
gosh, you understand? So don't waste your time.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
waste your time. Set yourself up, and I will help set you
Yeah.
up
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
for when I go on.
Yeah,
When I go on.
Yeah.
exactly. And
Yeah.
that's our responsibility to leave an inheritance, put things in
Yes.
place. We're not going to
Yeah,
be
Yes.
that's
there
what you call
forever.
legacy. That is what you
That
call
I was
legacy.
about to
Leave
say
your
that. That
legacy.
is the
Mm-hmm.
legacy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. All
That is
right.
the legacy.
Hey, we had a nice session today, but today was,
Yeah.
yeah, I think we had a good session. We had to have a
Same.
part two. Hopefully, Melina will be here because I want to
Oh
have the
God.
whole
Yes.
team. I want people to
Yes.
see the whole team. And I don't want to spill the beans yet, but it is quite possible by the next time we have um, that next episode of Red, we may actually be on cable.
Ay, ay,
Not just on
ay.
YouTube. I will leave that there for now. I just Mel know my secret, so I ain't gonna share
Yes.
anything,
Yes.
but I
Yes.
just leave
Yes.
that there for
Yes.
now.
Yes.
But it is very,
Progress.
very, very possible. Yeah. So I just say thanks to God for that, and thanks to the people who supported Red from day one
Yes. Yes. Yes.
and
Yes.
continue to support. We don't have 10,000 people viewing yet, but
I know.
we will get there. No problem. We'll
Yeah.
get there.
Yeah.
Don't despise small beginnings.
Humble
Exactly.
beginnings. Yeah.
What is
Yeah.
encouraging is that every now and then I meet people either in person or maybe a phone call or my name call, something, and they make the connection
Yeah.
because means they gain value. I remember Mel, I remember I did a telethon with Avi and they
Mhm.
about a month ago, and Avi's daughter, she heard my name now, and she came up to me. You is the man from Red. I said, what?
Aw.
That's so sweet.
Yeah. You the man from Red? Okay.
Mhm.
Another friend of mine, he said his daughter came up. She's about 9, 11, somewhere there. His daughter came up to him one day and said, hey, you listening to Red now? Because she heard the team music. And
Yeah.
she immediately identified. I said, okay, no,
It's
good.
connected. Yeah.
Good. I
Yeah.
said, good. That is good. So I don't need a
Wow.
million viewers. I mean, if I get a million views, well,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, thing.
Perfect.
But those little things tell me that somebody. So for me, if one person is affected positively every time I come on Red Live, I feel I
Mhm.
success. I succeeded.
Listen,
Sorry, I
that
succeeded.
is the exact same thing
One
for
person.
us.
Yeah.
That is the exact same thing for the evening show. We are overwhelmed by the viewers. I'll be honest, I had no idea. Because let's be real, right? Good, positive content didn't get
It don't
as much
sell. It don't move. It don't sell. Yeah.
track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Someone
a
was
fact.
telling
It's a
me he
fact.
saw a video with somebody, a goat on a trampoline, and that has, I think, over something 40 million views. And I'm like,
Yeah.
the goat was literally just jumping on the trampoline.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
And the
wow,
poor
but if you
goat
put
was
out
probably
content,
afraid.
but if you put out content that helps or makes people think or encourages change or betterment,
Yeah.
and it's not just us, Eric. If you just, I've literally been looking at different
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, no, my
But
husband was showing me a man on a skateboard. Okay?
Mhm.
This man on a skateboard.
Mhm.
He was just riding with juice in his hand and he has millions because of the brand of the juice.
Yes. Yes. I saw that
wow,
one.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Big endorsement and all kind of thing.
Yeah,
And
but
he
the
got a
idea,
vehicle.
Yeah.
wow.
Yes.
But the idea for us was just to we had the vision, we had the content, and like you, if it's just one person that was impacted, that was a blessing to us.
Yeah.
That was a blessing to
Yeah.
us. So again, we've been overwhelmed by those that have been commenting and committed to watching at 6 every Sunday, even though we're not live
Yeah.
like you. They're like sit down at 6 on a Sunday. It's a staple in so many the homes, and
Yeah,
we
it is. It
appreciate
is.
that.
It is.
We
My wife
appreciate
too.
that.
My wife too.
for
She
you.
tried not to miss it.
Oh,
If she miss it live, she would usually go
yeah,
back.
you go back and
Yeah. So
thank you
that's
so
good.
much.
Yeah, man. It's one family. All
Yeah,
I
and
we
Eric,
is one
congrats, man.
family.
Congrats
Thanks.
on this long. Yeah,
Thanks,
yeah,
Mel.
yeah.
Thanks, thanks,
I
thanks,
think I
thanks.
heard you while we were working at some point prior to COVID saying, you have something to do but time. So to see
Yeah.
you actually come out and just do it.
Listen, people have no idea what it took to do this.
Yeah, wow. Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
Mel
yeah.
might have a small idea.
As small, as small, as small. Because just last night I was looking over. I started going back through my episodes to see which
Mhm.
ones I could shift to cable
Right.
to the that
Mhm.
scenario. And I went back over episode one, which talks about dealing with fear, which is when I launch. And it
Right.
was to me, it was like listening somebody. It wasn't like I was watching myself. If you follow what I'm saying,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like I was hearing somebody telling me things for the first time, and it
Hmm.
was like fresh. I say, wow, boy,
Hmm.
I put that out there,
Yeah,
boy.
yeah. We had
Yeah,
that reaction to a couple of our episodes as well when we went back.
yeah. I
It's
said,
like, it's like,
whoa,
ah!
yeah,
so that was a good, so that was a good episode.
Yeah.
yeah. Because I don't script, and I'm not saying this as a boast.
Mhm,
I know
mhm.
some people will try to beat me for this. I
Oh,
haven't scripted any of my episodes,
right.
because I try. What I'm trying to do is make it as authentic.
Mm-hmm.
So, for instance, this conversation we have in here,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I don't know nothing. I mean, I know Mel for a little while, but when I ask a question, it's because I really don't know this about
Yeah,
you, and I
yeah,
try to find out. So,
yeah,
so even my reaction is real.
yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
making TV. It's real.
yeah. It's
You know.
natural. It's
Yeah,
authentic to
and that's
you.
why I
And
like. I know everybody had a thing. That's personally why I like live.
yeah,
I like that level of happening now in your face
yeah,
kind of thing.
yeah,
Even with
yeah,
producing, Mel could tell you when I think, give me a handheld camera. Don't put me on no tripod. I want the camera where I could walk around and you're shaking a little bit, and because
yeah,
no, it
yeah,
happening in your face kind of. I
yeah.
love.
Movement.
That's why I
Yeah,
like. Yeah, that's
yeah.
why I like. Right, so that did it for me. So
No, but it works well though, Eric, because
yeah,
I have, even in the production style for this, I've always said to them, let's keep it like a conversation.
yeah,
Um,
exactly,
because
exactly.
it's real, it's genuine, and
Yeah,
it's real.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I hate
So,
reality TV, but I like real. As our next story,
hmm,
but I said, don't go there.
hmm.
Leave that. Don't go there. Don't go
We pack it up.
there. Yeah. All right, so let me close up. Who could
Yes,
only
ma'am.
realize that hour and a half gone?
Woo! No,
Wow.
Jeez, and
that's a
the
pretty
time
time.
flies when you're
Wow,
having fun. So that means you was enjoying
wow.
yourself. This
Yeah.
is good. I didn't have a boring show.
No, you didn't.
That's nice. No, but seriously, what is? Let me close off with this. What is next
Mhm.
on what's the next plans for the evening show? What could we expect without spilling the beans? What
Yeah,
could
yeah,
we
yeah, yeah.
expect a little different going forward on the evening show?
Right. Um, I just want to start by saying this. Of course, I mentioned we have some content that will be coming up, and it's simply because we realize the need for content, um, to encourage, to
Yeah.
inspire. So until we come back in January, we'll definitely. I could say this much: the couples will enjoy it.
Ay, ay,
Yeah, I can say
ay.
that much. I can say that much.
Nice.
It's not. It's a different style, a different take, but it's good. It's entertainment mixed with information, and that's
Good.
generally the
Nice.
goal for us.
Yeah.
When we begin again in January, we're gonna do things just a little differently. Who knows? We may have live in between.
Let's see.
Who knows?
Let's see.
But
Yeah.
definitely to continue, um, and I think that's my general thing. Okay, we've done this. How can we improve it? Um, and not improve it just for the likes and the views.
Yeah.
Just improve it because quality. I am all about. Hey, if you could do better, do better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So but the evening show, we will definitely sh- God's willing, and we live to see 2021 same faces, great content, and
Nice.
yeah,
Nice.
stuff to keep you.
All right. So let me give you each of you ladies a few seconds, couple minutes,
Sure.
whatever. Um, I know there are people who looking on. If they're not watching live, they will be looking at this at some point
Mm-hmm.
and studying. I wonder if I could do that, but
Mm-hmm.
you know, they had this bug for however
Yeah, yeah,
long.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know, they like the whole TV thing. They like being in front of the camera or whatever. So they want to do it, but the
yeah.
apprehension, the fear
Yeah.
thing,
Right.
They're looking at all the different, oh, how much I will cost. I wonder if I could afford that and all that kind of drama. What would you say to people like that? Um, how would you encourage them to go after it or not
Mhm,
go after it, as the case may be? What would you tell
mhm,
them?
mhm.
Hmm. Well,
No,
let
I
me
thought Rachel was gonna start first. That's why I was
okay.
looking at her.
All right, cool. I'll say the first thing for me, I'll tell you, write it down. What are you trying to accomplish? Write it down. All right? Don't start until you count the costs physically, the impact on your home. What is it that you're trying to accomplish? It's really important to write down what you're trying to accomplish. So then, when you say, all right, you actually get started, because you're going to get started. When you get
Mhm.
started, it's easier to say no to things that distract you.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
write it down, create that plan, and the only thing that's keeping you back is your next step.
Hmm.
Decide to go forward.
You're a
I
real
love that.
businesswoman, there. Write it down.
Yeah.
Put your things
And
in order. Go ahead,
I
Mel.
Mhm.
like that she said the what, so I just want to add the why. Why are you
Yes.
doing it?
Yes.
I think that adds the most value, and then that helps you to be committed as well. If you're just doing something, uh, as we were saying, for the likes, when you don't get the likes, you know
Yes.
what's going to happen. Yeah,
Yes.
there will be no desire, no. So always,
Yes.
always know your why. And there's so many resources out there for you to do something well. YouTube, do your research. Do your research.
Mhm.
What is out there? What platforms are out there that I could do it at minimal cost or no
Mm-hmm.
cost at all? Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
even if you know maybe you're not fluent with your speech, that's fine. But there again, there's so many free resources out there
Yeah.
to help you to be where you need to be. So
Correct is right.
that would be my encouragement to you. You can do it, but know your why. Always know your why.
Yeah. Go ahead, Rachel.
And what I want to say is reach out to people who are in the field as well. Feel free
Hmm.
to ask for help.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Oh
okay
yeah,
to ask. And it's okay to get rejected as well. Move,
of
don't let
course.
rejection keep you back. You know,
Hmm.
ask again. Find somebody
Hmm.
else who you can
Hmm.
mirror, you can learn something from.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
All right, ladies, hold the line there. Don't go away. You know, we just say it on radio. Don't go away. Just hold the line. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we shut it down. We want to say a big, big thanks to the ladies of the evening show, the hosts who were my guests on the evening show. These ladies loved it. And now, serious. You only realize I had to fix up because I had ladies in my midst. Yeah, that's I had to fix up and thing. I take a little cut this morning and thing. I had to look. You see how them ladies watch them watch. You see how they deck off. You understand? So I had a kind of fitting, a kind of. But I want to say thanks to them. I'm sorry Melina couldn't be here. So hopefully, seriously, hopefully, we will have enough planning in place and put everything in our order. Even if it means pre-recording it, because I want all of them here next time because they have a kind of synergy and they have a vibe, they have a connection, they have a chemistry when all three of them interacting and I just love to see them and hear how they come up with things and the jokes and they have a nice and they have a nice package in terms of the show that they put out. So I want to say thanks to them, Mel, Kojo, um, Rachel, Cowie, Clark, and Melina de Silva. Right, I get it right. I get it right. And of course, for those of you looking on, of course, where's my thing? Where I have it? Where I have it? Where I have it? Did I hide it? Oh yeah, this is it. So as of course, as I always tell you guys, if you're interested in getting on the red, you have something you want to discuss, you have some matter you want to raise, you want to launch a song, an album, thing, whatever, bring it. Let me talk. Let me big it up on red. Right? The only thing we don't do is politics. And when I say politics, we will talk national issues, but we don't get into the red, green, yellow, black, pink, or whatever. We're not getting the party thing. This is not what red is about. We have time with that. But if you have something positive you want to talk about that could help the country, yeah, let's talk it. Economics, let me talk it. The workforce thing, let me talk that. You understand? The roads, but let me talk all of that. But don't come with red against yellow and all that kind of drama. I'm shutting you down. Not here, not on red. Although I read, this had nothing to do with no party, but just saying, right? But be that as it may. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. We're shutting it down right here. Another episode. See you guys next week. And if you're following, keep following because very soon I'm going to be posting the information with our new time slot and the new day and some other Very pertinent information. So that's it for me, you know. We go on.